It's the one ever Projector.
It's the only handle we could get on the Twitters.
I finally set up a Twitter for our podcast. So
the whatever Projector, the one that you're listening to right now. I'm Sam, the co-host.
I'm James, and we finally set up a Twitter like 3 years into making this fucking thing.
Well, to be fair, now it's kind of like above garbage,
halfway decent.
Yeah,
maybe.
No one wants a Twitter for a garbage podcast.
Yeah, well, then sometimes a lot of them have it.
True.
Yeah, but now it's what's that pod because the whatever Projector is too long. Because, Twitter with the character limits, they don't want the entire name taking up the whole tweet. So I can understand it, but it's still really annoying. So
that's some shit.
Yep, but as it is for now, what's that pod? Or hashtag whatever Projector if you want to contact us.
Yeah. If you want to tweet horrible, mean things at us.
Yeah. No, if you want, I mean, seriously, just lighten up my day. Have a lot of fun with that sort of thing. Yeah. Go at it. But so what have we been up to? What have we've been watching? What have we been hearing about in the news that we want to talk about?
Oh yeah. First of all, I watched Kung Fu Panda 2 finally.
Yeah, I saw that when it came out. Those movies nobody talks about them, but they're actually pretty decent.
One is really good.
Oh yeah, no, people cheered for one.
Yeah, but then I don't know what you'd call it. It's that thing that happens where the film's good, like it's really good, but then everyone says, "Oh, it wasn't as good as the first film," and they act like it's bad. Like that's what happened with the second one. Everyone was like, "It's not the first one." I was like, "Oh, I'll give that a miss." And I tried it. I watched it the other day. I was like, that was really good. Why did it get such a hard rap?
I think just animated sequels in general don't tend to do as well. Like, I mean, there's Despicable Me 2, which, is... I mean,
but we had Toy Story 2.
Yeah, no, but, that's not the rule. I mean, especially, you look at Disney, all of their... all of their sequels tended to be just, smaller or just... I think we've also just gotten used to the sequel being much, much bigger. Uh-huh. So, when it's basically the same size of the story, it's people don't really know how to handle that.
Yeah. So I liked how it expanded it. Like, it shows you a bit more about the world. Poe has some more character development.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch the third one, but
I heard it's better than people thought it was going to be.
Oh yeah. Well, that's pretty much what I heard from the second one. Is what they're saying for the third one is it's surprisingly good. Go watch it. But
awesome, cool. Because I really like the second one. The animation's very nice. They all the way they think about how the characters how their style of fighting is all very clever and stuff. I really like that film a lot. That was good. I watched that. Oh, I also watched Guardians of the Galaxy with George because he's never seen it.
Huh?
I know. I was like, dude,
2 years on, right?
Yeah, and he's never seen Winter Soldier, and I was like, you were missing out on the best Marvel films.
Fucking pathetic.
Yeah,
got to school that boy.
Yeah, well, they were both on Netflix. It's like, oh, I'll watch them now because that's way easier.
Yeah,
this is George we're talking about. Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah, he really liked Guardians of the Galaxy, obviously, and he'll probably enjoy Winter Soldier quite a bit.
Well, another thing that's just been added to Netflix that I've been marathoning through is basically all of Star Trek is on there now.
Oh yeah.
And I've been watching all the worst ones.
Only the worst?
All the worst ones. All the one where Janeway and Paris get turned into lizard people because of evolution and light speed. I'm not fucking joking. The ones where Neelix, the cook, has an entire episode to himself and is terrible. The ones with the Ferengi, all the worst ones.
Remind me of the Ferengi.
They're the Jew stereotype aliens.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, the ones where they literally say, we were warned about Ferengi at the Academy, but with all your and he's trying to shill him some wares, and it's no. Yeah, it's oh wait, look, these things you can get them for 2 whatever fake currencies.
2 credits.
Yeah, and it's how much you selling them for? I was just about to negotiate that. And it's
oh man,
it's quite uncomfortable.
Yeah.
The one where the Ferengi crew member gets a sex change and then goes back.
Is it the Ferengi? Is the Ferengi
the ones with the giant ears and the side bits? Yeah,
they're pretty gross.
They're pretty terrible. So I've been watching all the bad episodes of Star Trek.
I imagine since Star Trek's been going on so long, there's probably a goldmine of garbage episodes.
Oh yeah. No, the original series, that joke from Futurama was you remember 70 episodes, 20 good ones. That's pretty much the rule with any Star Trek series. That like people give the latest series shit for like Voyager and Deep Space Nine and Enterprise. They give those seasons shit for like, oh, you had a lot of bad episodes. Fucking watch season 1, like all of season 1 of TNG. It's just trash.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
You just reminded me with you said how it was quite uncomfortable watching the Ferengi episode. Ferengi. I watched a couple episodes of the Mega Man show that Pan reviewed.
Oh,
he's 100% right.
It's
I watched a couple episodes.
This is the lesser Mega Man series compared to NT Warriors, the best series ever.
Shut up.
Mega Man NT Warriors, fucking watch it.
You're really pushing for this, aren't you?
Yes, I am still pushing for it. It's great.
Oh, look at this thing from the early 2000s you all forgot. It's the best.
Yeah, that's my thing.
If it's
I find trash and I shovel it onto you.
If it's very much rooted in the early 2000s and everyone stopped caring about it, it's very much your jam.
Exactly.
But anyway,
but the lesser Mega Man cartoon that came out in what, the 90s?
Yes, it's very much the 90s.
Yeah.
I watched a couple episodes because I'm planning to watch it with some friends, and were you reminded me when you said it was kind of uncomfortable. You know, Mega Man's sister. Role, the girl. You know how he's like, he showed that clip. It's like, oh, maybe I can become a Robo Warrior too. It's like, no offense, Role, but you should probably stick to housework. And she does karate chop. It's much worse. I think they're going for I can do anything, you can do better. But here's what like makes it uncomfortable. He's quite sexist, and it's like, oh, women should stay in that sort of thing. He's quite sexist in front of his creator. Dr. Light just stands there and lets it happen. Now, you could argue...
Well, this is the man who built her with, like, what like a mop or something?
A vacuum cleaner.
A vacuum cleaner in her arm.
I think she has, like, she has something else in her arm.
I don't care if it has offensive capabilities. It's a vacuum cleaner built into the woman's arm. I mean, come on.
It's
like saying, "Oh, here's your weapon.
You're going to be using this often."
Exactly. I mean, it's the worst.
Yeah. And like now, you could argue, oh, just reprogramming all the prejudice out of him is no better than the racists like getting rid of anything they don't like. You could argue that. Obviously, the show isn't about that because it's quite trash. But like the fact, like maybe he's in my Mega Man series, the one I'm writing right now, maybe he'd like, no, he's got to, this is the human experience, he's got to learn. But he's just standing there while he's being quite sexist to essentially his daughter.
Again, I have to assume this is pre-planned. Like, he just doesn't...
He pre-planned the sexism?
Yeah. Come on, what other reason is there? Like, you got...
He just wants to see a little powwow between genders. He's fucking bored in his house.
Yeah. I mean, this is the guy who creates 2 robot children. There's only so many reasons.
Yeah. But yeah, the rest of the show, it's quite garbage, and I'm loving it. I've only watched a couple episodes, and it's really something, really fucking cheesy. And God, the only other thing I can say about it right now is there's a robot with freeze powers, and I fucking hate its design, and that's just about it. Oh yeah, and Scott McNeil's in it. I can't unhear. He's like, "This isn't over, Mega Man." And yeah, he's really selling it for being a. That's
well, Scott McNeil never goes off on anything.
Scott McNeil has never turned off. He's always on Scott McNeil, which that actually brings me to another show I've been watching. I decided to. I was looking through a bunch of old shows that I'd watched when I was a kid, and I looked at one, Stormhawks. Do you remember that one?
Yes, I remember Stormhawks.
I was like, I remember liking this as a kid. I'm gonna see if it holds up. And it's not garbage. I'm not leading to that. It's kind of hard. You'd think that after I was talking about Mega Man. But yeah, I went in to watch it. I was like, okay, let's see. Is this going to be not very good? Like, I didn't see it being like terrible, but it's all right. Like obviously what I like the most about the show is it's that cell shaded sort of look.
It's kind of. I mean, it's a bit earlier than I think cell shading's got a lot better since
Definitely.
then. But yeah, no, it holds up better than CGI from that time.
Oh yeah.
Oh definitely. Man, I mean, like Beast Wars, Beast Machines, like I
think Beast Machines holds up a little better.
Really?
For its time.
Yeah.
For its time.
I mean, it's mainly because it's set in Polygon City,
I
so
think
it doesn't have as much to do.
I think it's because a lot of it's like maybe like darker.
Seriously, watch those run cycles. That's
Okay.
all I can say. Is like
Alright.
watch characters run in motion. It's
I know the running looked awful in Beast Wars. It always looked bad.
It didn't look better in Beast Machines.
Okay. Well, anyway, like what I like about the show the most is it has quite strong art direction. Like, I like all the character designs.
I can still I could probably draw out half those character designs.
Yeah.
It's like you remember them.
And it's the setting is a lot of what I the setting is something that's inspiring me for like some of my
good,
work.
good, cool,
cool. Like the whole flying ships and stuff.
Hmm.
The story, it's nothing to rave about. It's very episodic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, things were back then.
Yeah,
Like
and
that's-
there's a goth girl.
you can't just steal Pan's shtick.
Yes,
from
I
goth
can.
girls.
I can, and I will. I'll be terrible everywhere on everything. But yeah, like the main bad girl is she's wears like black and purple, and she's got a lovely voice, and I'm sure Pan would be creaming in his pants if he watched that show. Yeah, and it's like the voice cast is actually really good. Like there's a lot of voice actors in it, like some industry veterans.
Isn't Scott McNeil
Yes,
in that
he
as well?
is.
Yeah,
There's a bunch
he's
of
kind of just doing the Dinobot voice.
No, he does multiple characters.
Oh yeah, no,
he does
I'm
the
just
green guy.
I'm just thinking of the dinosaur,
the
kind
raptor.
of, the raptors. Yeah.
He does. They're like it's so impressive. I hear a bunch of voice actors doing multiple voices, and like Scott McNeil, he has such good range that if you didn't know Scott McNeil, you wouldn't think that it's the same
The
character.
amount of times he was like arguing with himself on Beast Wars, and you wouldn't fucking know it.
Yeah, and like even when he just puts on like different accents for like Canadian characters or like French characters, like if you didn't know that was Scott, you wouldn't know at all. And it's his range is just so impressive. Like even like the main character Arrow, like the guy who voices him also does one of the main bad guys as well, and it's different enough where it's similar, but you can also still hear it. And there's a woman in it. She's one of like the few voice actresses who can do like a voice of like like a young girl and actually sound like it, not like a 30-year-old woman. Like she does
it's a tough skill to
know. So she does the character Piper, who's adorable and she's very cute, and I love her.
Good stuff.
But yeah, like the show itself, it's nothing to rave about. I just felt like watching something from like, I wonder how this show like holds up. I for some reason just started to check that show out, and it's it's pretty cool. I like it. I wouldn't tell you to rush and get it, but I think it's like of the shows that studios produce, that's the one I like the most. The rest of them are either look quite bad or have probably faded into obscurity rightfully.
Yeah.
But that one stuck out the strongest to me, because I remember watching Dragon Booster. I cannot remember a fucking thing.
Yeah.
Except for Release the Dragon! with the voice actor of Ed doing that thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, so every time I heard it, that's the one thing I can remember. I always just heard Ed from Ed, Edd and Eddy.
I'm drawing a blank on Dragon Boosters, I've got to say.
Yeah. It's probably isn't that great. So I gave it a miss.
Smart move.
Yeah.
That's what else you been watching? Or all those? Is that all the shit score that you've got for today?
Apart from the film we'll talk about in a bit, I have 2 games. One we've both played, and one you probably haven't. I've been playing Jet Set Radio.
Yeah, you mentioned like
Yes.
was it PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2 game?
It's a Dreamcast game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well then.
I got it on PS3.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That is a very conflicting game. Because on one hand, it's 16 years old and it still looks and sounds like it hasn't aged a bit.
I've heard good things about it. I mean, it's obviously like it's one that gets brought up a lot for like that generation's nostalgia.
Yeah,
like,
it's like the first cell shaded game, and it still looks really good.
Well, yeah, like we were saying about Skyhawk, cell shading just holds up a lot better than polygon
obviously.
CGI.
Yeah, like the art design is very strong. The music is
like PlayStation 1 graphics
has a very cardboard charm to it now.
Sort of, but there's literally like no game I would consider like even like art style wise really holding up like a lot of the time.
I don't know. I think Metal Gear Solid 1 still looks amazing.
It's like, but just in terms of like polygons and stuff, like just like quality, none of that stuff. You need cell shading or just a really good.
Well, with a PlayStation game, you can still get good looking games, but obviously you have to think for the time. This looks great, so like Final Fantasy's backgrounds that they've always looked really good, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Resident Evil's had really good backgrounds.
Yeah, but again, they sort of had to cheat either with like pre-rendered backgrounds or stuff, like just live generated stuff.
Well, Metal Gear Solid definitely had for such low polygon count, really strong art design. And, visuals, even if their abs were more detailed than their face. It's important.
Those faces just they creep me out a little bit. He's doing the face. Like...
Yeah, I was trying to do the. I was trying to imitate low polygons of their face. And obviously, there's a Spider-Man game with his. They're holding stuff with their fists.
Oh yeah, the no fists.
Yeah,
and all the webs just like come out of the mass that is
the mass of flesh. They're stubs.
Yeah, they're stubs.
Maybe they all live in a world where everyone's had their hands cut off.
That's worse. That's way worse.
That's a horrifying universe that Frank Miller
just
probably
like these
thought of.
mounds of meat on their hands, like
they
just to like squish stuff into, like the cards, like just pick up stuff and. Oh,
I have pencils and I must pick them up. But yeah, I've been playing Jet Set Radio. Like it's very conflicting because the music's amazing, the visuals still hold up fantastically for an almost 20-year-old game, but that gameplay, oh my god, it's like having a wrestling match with it.
Oh man,
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 came out like a couple years before it, and even though it feels far more realistic, it handles way better than Jet Set Radio. And I want to love it, but like sometimes when you jump, I don't know if it's me or the game, but sometimes it pulls to the left a little bit when you're not even pressing the directional buttons, and like grinding, it's like a gamble.
This is where I say like video game remakes would be really good, because like. I mean, like, I have the same problem with System Shock. Like,
yeah, I've heard System Shock 1
game
is trash.
Fucking unplayable.
Yeah.
And people don't tell me to, like, put a bunch of mods in it or, like, fuck around with something. I can't be asked with that.
Yeah.
Like, the amount of details people have said, like, I've seen literally, like laundry lists of things that you need to modify about that game to make it virtually playable.
Yeah, even people who like System Shock 2, which I've heard gameplay-wise, like apparently the story's still good, but
this is
gameplay-wise,
why I'm really looking forward to that remake. Like they
it
showed,
looked pretty promising.
They showed 15 minutes of gameplay, and the guy playing it was fucking terrible. Like what was it? Like what was that game Polygon played? That where like Doom, yeah, Polygon playing Doom levels of bad.
Oh no.
But the game looked good.
Yeah.
Like, this is a guy who couldn't... which made me a little bit worried. It made me worried, like, wait, are the hitboxes just that bad? Because, like, this guy could not hit this thing at point-blank range with a shotgun.
Oh, dear.
It was pretty... like, are you trying not to hit it? It was really bad. But, I just have to assume that they were just really bad at the games.
Yeah, let's hope so. But, yeah, Jet Set Radio, it's very creative. I like it, but it's just such a love-hate relationship. I hear the sequel, Jet Set Radio Future, improves on a whole bunch of it.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah, like the creator said, it's not a sequel. I'm basically just bolt-tightening the game. Mm-hmm. And then they wanted to do a sequel, but because, Sega, their fear of money and success, they shit-canned it, obviously. I think the only other game that's come close to it is, like, a Sunset Overdrive, and that's about it. I was talking to my friend who she really likes Jet Set Radio. She's going to cosplay one of the characters, Gum,
cool.
And I'm going to cosplay the main guy, Beat, and we're gonna
nice.
We're gonna roll around at MCM with Jet Set Radio music.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
She, you can get those bags that look like boom boxes. And you can plug your iPod in. She's going to play music out loud.
Nice.
Yeah, we're going to rollerblades and roll around MCM, preferably on a less busy day, so I've got more room to.
Are you able to skateboard?
No, not skateboard. Rollerblade.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
I can.
Yeah, I was going to say, because in terms of like literally every skating known to man, I am just terrible.
It's weird. Whenever I do like ice skating, I'm very awful when I start, but by like half an hour in, I'm brilliant.
Somehow, never. Like even after like an hour of practice, never worked for me.
It's something I just naturally pick up, unlike everything else. But I've been playing that, and that's about it. And we've both been playing Doom.
Doom, yeah.
Yeah, new Doom, Doom 4.
Good shit. It should be called Doom 4.
Yeah.
And they should use that back cover, not the main cover that they chose.
Oh, well, at least they scrapped that version that they threatened to release.
Yeah, no, that, thank God. But, in terms of, like, the actual cover...
Like, the cover's still garbage, and I hate it.
They had, like, art... They had like beautiful
stuff that goes in the Louvre.
Yeah, heavy metal art.
Yeah,
they had that. It's like just keep it in the bit.
Yeah.
The back.
It's ever since then, I just can't unsee man with gun standing. It's literally anti-art. It takes away from the medium.
I can't.
At this point.
Like, it's also like whenever I go into a game shop now, I can't unsee how many games have that as the basic structure.
Yeah, the first big offender was BioShock Infinite.
Oh yeah,
because that had gorgeous initial cover art, and then we had Booker with gun standing.
There's so much art in that game that you can use, like
the songbird,
the floating city, the racism, like anything you want to throw on there other than man with gun. It's like, and it's not even like he's got an amazingly original design. He's just a guy with a gun.
When that book front cover came out, people started photoshopping him into other game covers because he was so generic, and they said he fit in. He fits in perfectly. Like people made him black and white and put him in the Tomb Raider cover, and he fit just fine.
I can imagine it working for for Uncharted as well, like because it sort of almost looks like Nathan Drake in there.
He looks slightly more dapper than Nathan Drake.
A little bit, but just like getting Nathan Drake in a fancy dress party, and there you go.
Yeah, but onto the game itself, it's
it's
damn,
rad.
it's fun. Yeah,
it's really also like the only game that I found that I'm really good at.
Yeah, it doesn't
like
matter
usually
what
I
level
am mediocre to shit on most games, and but like. Yeah, we actually had a party where had everyone round, like playing the game, and I was the only one surviving for like more than 30 seconds.
I survived for more than 30 seconds.
No, I know, but like I managed to do like a full run like of the game for like a solid like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
which I shouldn't be proud of it because I'm shit at every other game, but like that's my one achievement.
That's your one game you're good at, so you're gonna brag about it.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna abuse it as much as possible.
That's fair.
Well, I think it's also just because it's a type of game that I like. That was my first type of game. Like I was literally growing up on that kind of Twitch kind of shooter, and then it went away, and shooters became just terrible.
As you said, realistic shooters killed them in their crib.
Yeah, no, realistic shooters killed fun in its crib.
Yeah, just I really don't understand. It's kind of frightening now, like looking at like, oh my god, this is what they were like stopping.
I know.
And like just to try, like so many people were just trying to copy Call of Duty, and it's like no, we can't have more than like 2 or 3 weapons. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, you can't.
No, that's fun.
You can't have more than 2 or 3 shooters. You can't be moving fast. You can't be like twitching around the screen. You can't have great sensitivity. You can't have like health just finding it around the station.
Yeah,
or,
like forcing you to explore the stage more.
Yeah, you can't get health back by killing. The best thing about that game.
Yeah, the best game choice in that design choice.
So much in there. It's beautiful. Runs great on the PS4.
Oh yeah, like isn't it 60 frames on PS4?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's really smooth.
Yeah, great art design as well. The monsters are super cool.
Oh yeah, love all of it.
I like how it has an incredibly small cast of characters because there's Doom Guy, Olivia, Samuel Hayden, the AI Vega.
Yeah.
And that's not including the demons. That's just about it.
Pretty much, yeah.
I like how the game is on its surface incredibly simple, which is why it works so well. But if you read some of like the audio log, the text logs, it's very interesting.
Oh yeah, no,
reading about Samuel Hayden, he's so cool.
Yeah,
like he was doing like because he wanted to like do more work with Argent Energy. He's like, I want to do my work even better. Take my brain out and put it in a robot body.
Yeah,
and just like give me stem cells every now and then.
I've said it before, but I want him to be like a reverse motivational speaker.
Yeah,
I wake up in the morning.
You're garbage.
Yeah, just like me waking up and him saying, "Don't do anything. You're terrible.
You're garbage at this."
And just like I'll be like, "Oh, I'll show that prig," because he's the best thing to tell you. Like anything he tells you not to do, you immediately want to do it. Like anything, like immediately the Doom Guy just like breaks shit.
No,
just,
Doom Guy, no, don't no, Doom Guy, stop.
Doom Guy, if you do that, it'll destroy the entire Urgent Energy collection.
I'm gonna fucking jam my fist in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck it. And just like he breaks everything.
If he told him not to fuck it, Doom Guy would have fucked it.
Oh yeah, literally.
I'm gonna fuck Argent Energy. I'm gonna fuck hell.
That's pretty much what Doom Guy did.
Yeah, he fucked hell so bad he got kicked out.
Yeah,
and then encased in stone.
Yeah,
and he had a religion started around him. It's great. The Doom lore is amazing.
And the fact that they're literally terrified of him because he's killed thousands of them.
Yeah, like in Doom 1 and 2, there's noticeably more demons. And like there's still a decent amount of demons in Doom 4, but there's a slight decrease because he actually put a dent in their population. That is so metal.
So rad.
Yeah.
And it's why that cover is so amazing and why didn't you use it?
It actually says something about the game beyond, like, generic army guy stuck in an abyss of piss.
Yeah.
And
I still want it on my wall.
Yeah, I do want, like, a nice
wall print.
Yeah, that'd
like
be really, really
Or
cool.
if I get a van, just print it on the side of the van.
Hey kids, check out my sweet van. Rolling probable hell. Level design in that game is really good.
I love the map system. The map system's great. Like I wish more games had that kind of 3D map system.
Dead Space actually had it, and Metroid Prime, and I found the one in Dead Space incredibly garbage.
Oh, you don't like it?
Yeah, the first one in Dead Space, I don't know, there's something about it I didn't like. I don't know how much different it is from from Doom 4, but I didn't actually use the map all that much. I just... because the game is just so like wonderfully laid out, it really encourages exploring.
Well, that's the other thing, is that there's so many memorable places and points to it that it's really easy to find your way around.
Yeah, and I like how a lot of stuff is laid out like a Dark Souls level, where you can go one path and then
find your way back.
Yeah, you just loop back around. It's like, oh yes, now I won't miss anything.
Yeah,
so it's really good for completionists.
Oh yeah, definitely.
A lot of fun, and it's just... I love that game.
Yeah,
it's
so
like,
much.
I finished it like maybe just under a week ago, and it's so good, so fun. It's
I'm chewing my way through it on a maximum difficulty.
Ooh, big man.
Yeah, because I've got to have that. It's really fun though, and it's sort of that kind of that Dark Souls kind of hard where it's like, even when you die, you just like want to get back up and do it again.
Yeah, I mean, when you're running out of health, it's like, no, get back in the fight and you'll get health back. That's just such a like wonderful mechanic.
Or when you're losing ammo, just like chainsaw a guy in half to get all the ammo.
Or just pistol whip him to death.
Yeah, that's the one way to do it. It's just like, give me health.
I kind of wish they had the like the monsters with the the one that's got like the wheelchair on the end of his long thing. It was in the terrible Doom movie, and I think in Doom 3. I like that one's design. I kind of wish they'd had that one, but no, that's like my only gripe with it, really.
Yeah, I mean, is there anything else in there that was a bit of a piss?
I nenever played the multiplayer, so I haven't got anything to talk about there.
I wouldn't.
The only thing I could really think of that pissed me off was there was a few like cheap moments where like you're on like some thin ledges, and you know the big floaty eye demons, the Kakada demon, what those demons, the
floaty ones,
the floaty eye looking ones. There was a few moments where like they start fighting you on like some thin ledges, so they get some cheap hits in. But other than that, it's fantastic. I love it, and that's just a nitpick, really.
Yeah, I can't really think of many things to it that are drawbacks to it. It's just really, really good.
Yeah, I haven't touched the snap map feature. I should really give that a try.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can't think of anything to be a problem with it. It's just pick it up. It's a great game. Yeah.
It's already going down in price because it's good and everyone wants to get it, and so many people have it. They're just like, shit, let's just sell it cheap.
Yeah, that's a mark of a good game. Like, either it's really easy to find or it's really hard to find. If it's anything in the middle, then it's just trash.
Yeah, like all games.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my games.
So before we get onto the big topic, the Independence Day Resurgence review, just the last bit of news I wanted to talk about was the One Punch Man dub trailer. Yeah. So obviously the sub version of One Punch Man, top notch anime, top stuff.
Lived up to the hype.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't watch sub stuff. I usually don't. I just wanted to
I don't know. I feel like a lot of people do watch sub.
A lot of people do, but I think anime gets to it can reach a bit of a wider audience when it's got a dub available. I usually, I mean, like I said, I waited for Attack on Titan to be fully dubbed and Kill la Kill, because I prefer a dub version of it. But with One Punch Man, I've watched. This is the first one I think I've watched fully as it was coming out on sub. Yeah, and now waited for the dub. So. It's a very interesting experience, hearing completely new people and comparing everything. Even though
I like how this is an interesting new experience for you, where it's par for the course. For
I know. I'm a complete scrub in terms of, in terms of the anime, the animes. Yeah, we got 1.5 minute trailer. Give a new sense of it. What did you think overall?
Well cut trailer. And Saitama, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe they picked out all his more heroic sounding moments.
Yeah.
Hopefully, maybe like in some other parts of the. I don't know who's voicing it. I'm gonna quickly see if I can look it up. I don't know who's voicing him. He gets like the heroic sort of sounding Saitama down, but I'm wondering how much he can do the sort of apathetic part of him.
Well, because the thing is, like, the voice I was imagining for Saitama, because like from what he had from the Japanese was very it's sort of nasally and very like throaty. The voice that the original guy had, like
I can hear it being a bit floaty.
Yeah,
throaty.
Yeah, so it was like I don't know, set back and like but this guy's like a bit too cool and collected.
Yeah.
He's got that. He's like a bit too much of a cool guy is my point. Yeah. Saitama is a fucking nerd.
Well,
like when he said like, I just want to do it for fun. It's like it's a bit too like, I don't know. It almost seems like he's doing it for fun because he's just like he's just so up his own arse about it. Almost like I don't want to like throw it too much off because like the rest of the job does sound good, but it's like it was going to be very hard to nail that character because he's the gist of his character is that he's so powerful that he just doesn't care anymore, but he's not got an ego about it. Like that's the hard bit to nail, I think. Trying to get that emotionless, fully confident but not egotistical view to it.
He's been in some notable stuff, all of which I haven't watched because I'm terrible at keeping up with anime. So I'm sorry I can't give an opinion on him. I hope he does a good job, but what's more importantly, I hope Moomin Rider, my boy, they better nail Moomin Rider, otherwise I'll burn myself alive. I don't know.
And Speedo Sound Sonic.
Speedo Sound
better be called Speedo Sound Sonic.
Yeah, I'll be upset.
I want it on his business cards.
I fucking hope in the show he does print business cards with his name on there. For what I heard, Sonic sounded alright.
Yeah.
It was only like a couple lines, but that's about it.
It's literally like one line, isn't it?
Yeah, with him getting his like nuts pushed in.
Yeah, but it's about right. Yeah. And we didn't see Genos in there, but
everyone's like, what about Genos?
Yeah, what about my boy Genos?
Yeah, I think Genos is probably the easiest to get right.
I guess, yeah. No, he's got the most normal sounding voice. So, like, he's not got like any major quirks to it.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I was that kind of reminds me though. I was watching some like voice actors like talk about the industry, and one voice actress. There's the woman who did the voice of Ryoko.
Okay.
She was talking about what it's like working in the anime industry, and she talks about like, okay, the reason a lot of English dubs aren't as good as Japanese dubs is because they have to get you in as quick as possible. So there are people who are capable of doing the line much better, but you only have like a few takes to get that line, and they'll go with the people who are in the ADS.
Why is that?
Because it's fucking expensive. Anime doesn't turn a lot of profit.
No, I know, but like it seems very straight. Like they don't pay those guys dick, so like
the people who are in the ADR studios, they're paying like by the hour to be there.
Okay,
it's a lot of money, and they have to pay the people. Obviously, they don't pay them much, but they have to pay them something.
Yeah, no, I get that, but it's
again, and anime is really expensive because it doesn't turn much of a profit in terms of sales, and voice actors, they don't earn a whole lot because it's not really seen as a legitimate form of acting to people outside of Japan, and ADR studios cost so much money. They're so expensive.
Well, yeah, and I can imagine like dubbing, especially to try and get it like lip synced all up. That's
it's a niche of a niche.
It's a time consuming product. I do understand that. I mean, I do think anime just as a business model needs. There's so many ways they could be saving money, and
they could be. There's so many easy ways they could save their entire industry, and they're like, nah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they've got Crunchyroll for distribution a bit, but like again, that's very fan centric. They don't try to get it onto Netflix. They don't try to get it onto iTunes. They don't try to heavily distribute stuff. They don't, like they keep to very specialist channels. It's like I know that, like, of course, anime is niche in itself because it deals with some very niche subject matters.
Yeah.
But they could be doing so much more to help that business grow.
Yeah.
Like, and better use of CGI to make the production costs lower and stuff. Just
Berserk.
yeah.
I've only seen like a few clips and screenshots. I'm like, oh, that poor French. Oh, my baby.
Yeah.
It's God. It just seems like the animation's getting like progressively worse with time. And yes, I am comparing it to the old, quite bad animation that was at the very least hand drawn back in the 90s.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could kind of forgive it back then. Everything was much smaller. Considering the anime has a bigger reach now, it should be better than it is, I think.
Yeah. But yeah, I've only seen a few bits of it, and I'm just like, oh my god. But I do. Fuck. I'll get to that eventually. One day I'll get to it.
But a more happy subject. How about that Independence Day then?
Oh yeah, I was resurgenced for my Independence Day.
Oh, it was
liberating.
It's getting shit canned in reviews.
Was the first one shit canned?
No. Well, I mean, it was dismissed as blockbuster trash, but it obviously like did well money wise, so who cared at the point? Yeah. But and I don't know about Rotten Tomatoes. Maybe you could look it up.
Oh, maybe I could.
Super professionally.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. There it is.
First one's only coming up with 61%.
61% is fresh though. That's
really?
the point. Yeah. Well, it's over half. It's considered decent.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it was considered good, or at least it was a good enough blockbuster that people didn't hate it. Resurgence is getting like people saying, "Oh, this is trash. It's not. It doesn't do any of the things the first one did right. It doesn't have Will Smith. It's not fun. We don't like any of the cast. Everything that's good is just like they over-explain stuff, and it's like, it's a train wreck." A beautiful train wreck.
Yeah.
What? And, this is my argument with like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I won't defend that it's a good film for fuck. No way.
Yeah.
But fucking hell, was it fun watching this?
Yeah.
Oh man, just like every 5 minutes we were just like laughing to each other. Like, what the fuck are we watching?
It was wonderful.
Yeah. So, like, do you want to recap the plot?
I'm really struggling. I don't know. You do it. You do it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me see if I can get this. Okay, so it's 20 years in the alternate future where the Independence Day stuff happened. Like they said 3 billion people died and somehow we immediately bounced back as a society.
Yeah.
We got a female president, so woohoo for that. Yeah. And we've got a thing on the moon, which is, we've got like a dumb little ray gun thing on the moon and a space station. We got a Hemsworth up there.
Yeah.
We got a Hemsworth
where he belongs.
We got a Hemsworth protecting us. And then Orb came.
The Orb came.
Yeah. So spoilers. Look, don't worry about the plot. If you go in with this knowing everything, it'll be frankly funnier. Yeah. But then Orb came, and we shot at Orb, and Orb fell down to the moon.
And it dropped something shit. I don't know.
Yeah, it turns out it was a good orb.
And Jeff Goldblum was like, I don't think you should. I don't think you should.
Maybe they are a friendly species this time.
I mean, we got butt fucked by the first aliens, but maybe this one's good.
And then like, no fucking fire. Kill it with fire. We don't care. Who is it?
We have to butt fuck this thing before it butt fucks us.
Yeah. So then the bad aliens came again and killed more people, and then my favourite line, it's touched down over the Atlantic. What part? All of it! The best fucking line ever.
In cinema history.
Oh, it doesn't matter about anything, but yeah, it drags literally all of China's shit and drops it on London, which is a metaphor for something, I'm sure.
Yeah.
A lot of people were like, with the whole Brexit thing, they were saying, it's our Independence Day. I like quoting this movie, which is a movie where London gets fucked, so
yeah,
I think that's pretty apt.
Yeah, it's quite accurate.
The ship touches down, everyone's like, oh fuck, loads of people are dead, how do we stop this? We had the first one where we just blew it up. Let's try that.
I mean, I can't blame him.
It's sort of like Force Awakens, where they pull up the giant like Death Star. It's like, well, you see, this one's bigger, but we did this last time, so let's do it again. So a bunch of shit happens. Then they blow it up. It doesn't work. Then the Queen comes out. And they blow her up. And then everyone goes home.
I think you're forgetting that Jeff Goldblum's dad escapes all the destruction. He escapes like the Atlantic.
He surfs a tidal wave that can destroy a city.
Yeah, and he comes out with a concussion. I think.
No, he's not even strapped into his boat, and he's on his boat.
Yeah.
He's in a deck chair. He survived on a deck chair. This wave takes him to the salt flats of Nevada, I think.
Yeah. The aliens throw like half the Atlantic at him, and it knocks him out.
And he's alright.
Yeah, it's just fuck, that hurt.
Just so Jeff Goldblum can go, Dad, get out of there.
Jesus Christ, Dad! I've talked to you about this. You've embarrassed me for the last
Dad,
time.
once again, you're doing nothing for this movie. See,
Jeff Goldblum impersonations just deteriorating.
They just they fall apart. But yeah, he's just there for a meaningless subplot where he just grabs a bunch of kids. That sounded wrong.
And cooks them.
No, and then finds a school bus.
And he saves the children.
Yeah, he saves the children.
He rescues like a small a family of kids. He rescues some child who they should have left him on the fucking road.
This was my favourite part of the movie.
I was getting so angry in the cinema.
So one of the kids, what did he say? Like,
it was this one kid was I think they were crying because like their parents or like their boyfriend was
the girl who's
dead.
Yeah, the girl who's driving starts crying. He's like, "Oh, what's up?" And then just like the kid in the back says, "Oh, she's just crying because her boyfriend's probably dead." I was like,
yeah, and then one of them says like they say like "shut up" or something, and then I think they put it much more like delicately, and then he goes like "Daniel," like he just said a bad word, and it's like, you motherfucker, you just said, "Oh yeah, that person you care about most in the world." Probably dead.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Yeah, you said it in like really like blunt,
super blunt,
vicious way. Yeah.
Like, and then oh god, I can't remember what
we were saying for the rest of the movie. It's just like fucking leave him.
Let him sacrifice himself to the alien, blow himself up. Like, what a little shit.
Yeah, I feel like the only way to review this thing is just to recap the fucking random shit that happens.
Yeah, I was the reason I was struggling is because it's the kind of film where it's like, oh, remember that bit?
Well, I mean,
that bit?
It's sort of like I said this with Warcraft as well, but it's only like an hour and 40 minutes ish.
Yeah.
And it's like it's clearly been hacked to the bone, and none of the connecting tissue is there, so none of it makes sense how anything connects to anything. But at least it's short, so it's like it just it passes by. A lot of dumb stuff happens. A lot of dumb stuff is very funny, and you enjoy what's there. I guess. Yeah. At least I did.
I liked a lot. I liked the way they put the returning cast in. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. What do you think of the new cast?
There's not much to say.
Yeah.
Really.
What do you think of Will Smith 2, not Chris Hemsworth, the Chinese one, and Girl?
Did you hear that silence?
That's pretty much it. Oh, and Nerd Friend.
Is he the one who hung around that warlord?
Yeah. Wait, no, that's other Nerd Friend.
Oh dear.
I know.
Oh, yeah, now I remember who you mean.
Yeah.
The one who hung around the not Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, and macked on Chinese one.
Yeah.
Literally,
that was his character. He was macking on the hot Chinese pilot.
Real blatantly. Like, way more blatantly than any nerd would have the balls to do.
Yeah.
It's Pan.
Yeah.
It's Pan Pizza.
Yeah.
For the Pizza Party podcast.
Yeah. Whenever he approached the really hot girl, he just suddenly started shitting himself.
Like way too big for his britches.
Yeah. Ooh, hello there, sweetheart. I'm trying to do my best Pan impression on the fly. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
Can't really say.
When they were walking up, like at the end of the movie, they're in the line. It's like meant to be all triumphant. I thought, like, wow, it's like a new Power Rangers, but way more fucking bland. If you can imagine that, if you can imagine people who are trying to be as charismatic as the Power Rangers.
At least they had Hip Hop Aikido.
Oh man, Hip Hop Aikido.
That's my fighting style.
Speaking of which, did you hear Bryan Cranston's going to be Zordon?
He was actually in a couple episodes.
I know, right?
He
And
played the voice of the bad guys.
Yeah, and Billy Cranston, the character, was named after him. Like,
Nice.
they really liked him on the production, so
Hell yeah.
so good for that. Yeah, like Power Rangers. Looking forward to that. Hopefully
Yeah.
they'll have more personality than these new leads.
Hopefully.
Yeah. And Data returns. The guy who plays Data from Star Trek Next Generation.
Aye.
No. The guy who plays Data from Star Trek Next Generation. I'm forgetting. Brent Spiner. Brent Spiner returns. The guy with the big hair and the big laser.
I don't really watch much.
No. In this movie, the guy who wakes up from a 20-year coma and is totally fine.
Oh, okay.
Brent Spiner.
Brent Spiner's gonna be. I thought you were talking about Star Trek still.
Yeah, no. I know.
Right. Brent Spiner's gonna be. Okay, I get it. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
cool.
he's the android from Next Generation.
All right.
Yeah, he looked like he was actually having fun.
Yeah, he was having the most fun out of everyone.
I
definitely.
still don't understand how 20 years later he just like pops out of his sleep. He's like, oh, I'm fine, and just like runs around and grabs.
Yeah,
all stuff.
he's not like in a wheelchair for the rest of the film. He's
No.
like, bring me that experimental laser.
Yeah, bring me that laser I worked on 20 fucking years ago and is somehow more advanced than all the alien shit you picked up.
Yep.
Again, so many plot holes. Every scene, every single one of them, new plot hole. None of it made sense.
Yeah. I liked what was the president?
President Whitmore.
Yeah, Whitmore come back. He was pretty good in it, wasn't he?
He was good. Had a surprisingly strong chin line under that beard.
I preferred him with his beard.
Oh yeah, no, I loved his crazy man beard. It was
Yeah.
great, but I just assumed that was hiding some, like a gobble neck going there.
I assume the beard was weighted just so when he pops off his beard, he's stronger.
Yeah,
so
like
I'm not gonna go easy on you, aliens, and he just pops his beard off and jumps up and finishes them
Yeah,
one
it's like
punch.
Goku, just training with the weights on and everything.
He pulls off all his hair and his beard, and then he like pulls out a red cape and some yellow overalls, and he just goes and slaps the aliens to death.
His going a bit more into spoil. His death was a bit could have been a bit better, I think.
At first, it was like the hypest shit ever, and then it
Didn't work.
yeah, it didn't work. You're like, oh, that should have been one of the most badass moments in the film. Damn.
Yeah, and then it doesn't work because so the plan is they say, oh wow, the reason it worked last time was there was a queen in there and we blew it up. For some reason that one didn't have shielding, but this one does. Mm-hmm. So like they added an extra layer, very much like a boss fight. Like, that was very much like a video game at the end of it. Just like
totally.
we've blown through the ship. Okay, let's get it. Oh man, it's the queen. Oh, she's got her own shield and her own gun. And it's like a super badass. And then okay, blow through her shield and then kill her. It's like, but yeah, he sacrificed himself. I guess he got a little bit further, but it felt like very anticlimactic when it happened.
Yeah, it's true. The inside of the ship looked pretty cool. And
Oh yeah, I love the designs of everything.
Yeah.
I even like Orb.
Yeah, Orb was.
Yeah, the good orb. They activate it and it's like, you shot me down, you dickheads.
You have far too many parties, and I'm not your friend.
They should have just used an orb from Amazing World of Horseman.
Have fun with the alligators and nobody else, because nobody likes you.
I feel like when that movie comes out on DVD, I want to just take those
You're just
scenes.
gonna make a super cut with Orb. And
just dub it over with Orb. It would be great.
Please do.
Yeah, but so yeah, the good race of aliens, who are, I guess, the fucking Autobots or something, is like, we have ascended beyond your shit levels of communication because we're now technology.
You've only just stopped using shortwave radios, you animals.
Yeah, you're still using Snapchat and Twitter. What are you, gay? So yeah, the orb alien says, "Oh wow, you're really good at killing them by like doing the most obvious things. How about you lead our refugee army for using basic fucking logic to defeat these intergalactic warlords?"
I feel like they almost like let them join because they felt sorry for us, because like, wow, the cavemen managed to beat them with like it's almost like letting the Ewoks in, like, wow, good for you guys, you can join our Galactic Federation.
I don't want to rag on this, but like literally, people like just warlords in Africa are able to wage a 10-year war with these guys.
I want a film about that.
Absolutely, that was the best bit. Is like they go to Africa, meet a warlord, and it's like, wait, you've been fighting these guys for 10 fucking years.
With knives.
With knives, like you've just been fighting a guerrilla war. And it's like, how do you get them? you get them from behind. And he walks up to them and stabs them in the back. How? How does their technology allow for that? And how is it that level of badass able to exist in the universe? Fuck the rest of humanity. Just get those guys.
If it bleeds, you can kill it.
Yeah. My other favourite dumb thing about it was we've got 10 seconds until they breach the Earth's core. We're gonna be fine. There's this whole ticking clock thing of oh man, they're drilling down to the Earth's core, and as soon as they hit it, then everything's fucked. But it's oh wow, the countdown's down to 10 seconds. We did it, we stopped it. You'd be fucked. You'd be so fucked.
Wouldn't it would just be erupting.
It would basically be like a mega volcano just immediately erupting. You've cut down to the Earth's core.
Sweet. That could be the next film.
Yeah, well
dealing with the mega volcano. No, to go in and blow it up.
No. My favourite part of this was that at the end, them sequel baiting the biggest I've ever seen.
I don't know. Personally, I didn't mind it as much.
I didn't mind it so much. I don't know. I feel like we're desensitized to it at this point.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Because it was so, even Amazing Spider-Man 2 didn't have that much sequel tease on it. That was heavy stuff there. Just saying, we're gonna take the fight to them. And now they say, oh wow, you can come with us to join our refugee planet or whatever. I would prefer for them to just put an engine around that hole in Earth.
Yes.
And fly Earth.
Yeah.
Right over there. Just have it be that episode of Invader Zim. Just planet smashers, do it. Just have have just a fucking steering wheel of some kind.
And maybe on China's side, they build one wing, and then on the other side of the planet, they build the other, and they're okay, turn left, and then they do the right latitude and longitude.
Yeah.
And then they just ram Earth right into the aliens, and then they blow Earth up.
Yeah, just wings the size of fucking India on each side.
Or maybe everyone just starts blowing on their side of the planet.
Okay, everyone jump at once. Everyone move Earth a little bit that way. We'll get there. Oh man, I mean the science was wacky enough. They could do it. They could totally do it.
Hasn't those films always been very garbage science? I mean, didn't they face fucked the old aliens with a MacBook?
They did explain that as basically being, we get all of our technology from the aliens that crashed here in 1950, and that's the explanation. That's where all our tech is reverse engineered from. So therefore, they just haven't updated their security settings in 50 years, I guess. Yeah. It still doesn't make that much sense, but at least it had a basis. But this movie just all over the map.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder, did Roland Emmerich want to make this?
I don't know. Roland Emmerich is he's kind of a hard director to pin down. It's kind of very debatable whether or not he's a good director or not, because he's kind of made trash, but it's enjoyable trash. And,
yeah, well, I mean, Independence Day 2012. He's what other films has he done? The
Day After Tomorrow, Godzilla.
Yeah, Day After Tomorrow. It's the dumbest thing ever, but it's watchable. Godzilla, if you just pretend it's not Godzilla, is a watchable movie. Other than that, 10,000 BC, that wasn't very good. Anonymous, that was really not very good. He's very hit and miss. But I mean, with this one, it's just the thing is though, when they were showing the trailers, that was I was saying before when they just said, "Oh, we're gonna do an Independence Day 2," it's what? Fucking why? I was it's 20 years later. What can you do with that? And then they said, "Oh, it's set in an alternate universe where everything progressed in real time." That's okay, that's kind of interesting. And then seeing all of the future tech where it's mixed with alien stuff, okay, we're getting somewhere. The bedrock was rock solid for that. They had a really good setup. And then it's just, I mean, again, I really enjoyed how fucking dumb it was, but it's just they could have done a lot more with that.
I did like how they how when they're fighting the alien queen, they somehow they apprehend alien ships, and because they got weapons they can actually attack them with, and the alien queen has a big bunch of ships flying around her to protect her.
Yeah, she controls all of them. It's a hive mind. So
yeah, And they get called in because they're using one of their ships and like, oh, we've lost control. And then they go faster.
Then they
get
have
out.
control
Yeah.
on the speed somehow, and therefore they can go.
So they can do their job better.
Yeah, so they go to light speed and like spin around and go super fast, and therefore they escape in a fire tornado.
She must have like garbage range on her like.
Well, this is what I
pipeline.
don't get. Is like, oh wow, if we've gone super fast, we burned stuff.
We burned her connection out of the air.
Yeah, we burned her connection. So somehow it's like, wait, so how does? I'm not even going to question it. And then they're able to control the glide somehow.
It's not falling; it's flying with style.
Yeah. So yeah, they glide and then just like shoot lasers at her, and then they win.
You shoot her really good.
Yeah.
And it was so dumb and cool, and I loved it.
Yeah. The design of that alien queen was top notch.
Rad, yeah. I
Really
was.
like that. That's one thing from like the first one is like the aliens you don't see them all that much because like obviously the effects they couldn't afford it that much. But they actually show the aliens a lot in this one, and it's sort of like Aliens where it's like the second one they show them a lot more because they're not scary anymore. Yeah. But they've got a rad design so it works.
Hell yeah. Yeah. I was kind of. I was like, come on, film. Do it. You know you want to. I wanted Chris Hemsworth, after killing one of the aliens, to rip it open, climb inside, and pilot it, because obviously...
Pilot their suits, yeah.
Yeah, because obviously there's a small alien... The small aliens are also in, like, alien suits. I was hoping that would happen, but it sadly did not. Will Smith knocked one out while they were in its suit. Like it could have been that moment where he knocks an alien right the fuck out with his bare fist.
Yeah.
While he essentially punches some guy right in his bike helmet and knocks him out.
Yeah.
And
I mean, Will Smith, like, you missed a trick here. I mean, I know that the script wasn't spectacular, and he said, "Oh, I want 30 million to be in this," and they said no because that's a lot of money, and you're not worth that anymore, Will Smith. I'm sorry, but
where's the pursuit of rappiness, Will Smith?
Where's the clean rap to go with this? It would have been great.
They could have just played Wild Wild West.
They could have just literally just
not change anything. Just get the rights there and play it. Wiki Wild Wild West.
Oh man, like in the film, there's an oil painting of Will Smith.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty. I want that oil painting of Will Smith. Like,
you know what would have been even better if he was able to be in the film and he was alive, but they had that oil painting anyway. It's just like, so you put off my recommendation.
Yeah.
Or no, it's like maybe like as they're walking past, it's like someone asked about the painting. It's like whatever his name is, Will Smith insisted that we put it up in the White House.
Yeah, he said he punched a thing and said "Welcome to Earth."
Hell yeah.
That's his like. We didn't have a "Welcome to Earth" in this film. It's really annoying.
Well, I feel like we almost did. When the president was in front of the alien queen, but obviously that got completely deflated.
Yeah, it could have been much better.
Yes.
But I mean, just none of the new guys had a thing.
No.
Like I said, Will Smith's son, Chinese girl, other girl, and Hemsworth. And nerd friend.
I like that the only thing Will Smith's son has as a character.
Will Smith too.
Yeah, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
He's got beef with not Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you knocked me. I could have made it through that thing. You put my life in danger. It looked like he could have made it through because they were doing this flying test.
Yeah.
Through this cavern or crevasse or something in between in the desert, and he not Chris Hemsworth clips him and he nearly crashes.
Yeah,
he's like, I could have made it through there, but you clipped me, and he's being a pouty bitch. It's like, sounds like you're a shit pilot, mate.
Yeah, it's like, one, you were able to eject. You could have done better. You didn't lose anything. You're still the top pilot in your class. You didn't
He's acting like he fucked his girl.
Yeah, exactly. And not Chris Hemsworth is exiled to the fucking moon. I think he's paid for it. What do you have to get angry about? It's not like you've got some wicked scar or you've lost something.
That'd be rad if he had a wicked scar.
Yeah, that'd be great. Give him some fucking personality, because I don't remember anything he said otherwise. He's just deadpan boring for most of it.
Yeah. I cannot remember a word that came out of his mouth.
Not a single thing.
It was salt.
Yeah, he's just really salty. And Chinese girl's just there to be pined over by nerd friend.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying desperately to remember him, and all I can think of is Howard from The Big Bang Theory. That's all I can think that he looks
Yeah,
like.
thinking about it. No, yeah,
Yeah.
no, I see it.
Oh, that'd be freaky if that was him, though.
Oh man,
I don't think it is. But,
I don't think so. No, but it's like,
that wouldn't help. That wouldn't help one bit.
oh now imagine Sheldon being this one.
Yeah, trying to
Being
hit
a-
on the Chinese girl.
No, just like being the main star of the film.
Well, that's even creepier because you know that nerd guy that hung around the
Yeah.
warlord.
Yeah.
He looks like a slightly chubbier
Yeah.
version, almost. He's got similar hair. He's got very similar glasses. He's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
I think
Heavy gay vibes from any scene between him and the warlord.
I was feeling more gay vibes from not Chris Hemsworth and Howard.
Yeah.
That they were far gayer. Like I feel like he's not Howard is on the bottom bunk and he touches the top bunk at night. That kind of
I feel like every time he was hitting on the Chinese girl, it was like really aggressive cover.
Yeah. I am gonna grab her boob and then I'm gonna like hit her with my penis. Is that what? Is it? Yeah. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. What was it like? Dave described it as it's the gayest pilot film since Top Gun.
Almost as gay.
Yeah.
That's I don't know if you're ever gonna top Gun in terms of gay levels.
Yeah.
But yeah, like all else I can say is when's that film coming out of the Warlord? Just make that and Resurgence 3. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. Again, if they do a third one, I want like full force stupid. Just like
Yeah, I mean you're going to space now. There's not much else you can do besides the Warlord film.
Yeah. There are like 7 sequels early. I've got to say, but if you're gonna go to space, do it. Just go full crazy.
I'd like to see them continue afterwards, like just one last. We're in space now, and then just the rest of the film. Like, now what?
Well, because it depends what they do. Because if they stick with Earth is just fucked, they're abandoning Earth entirely, and they all go on whatever massive spaceship or Earth ship as I want it.
Preferably.
Yeah, preferably. But like, however they do it, then that's going to be interesting to see how they backtrack from that. Because like
maybe they end up becoming like the new aliens that go to other planets and fuck them up.
Ooh, that would be.
Maybe they start having a bit of an Apocalypse Now vibe. Like, what are we doing? We're the monsters.
I'm imagining it basically turning into Ender's Game, like where it's like we were the bad guys all along. We genocided them twice. I'm so sorry.
That's so Hollywood again. Like, if anyone out there with more power than us is listening, just please take our ideas.
Yeah, they're all free. They're all copyright free.
Yep.
Oh man, but yeah. What would you rate that film? I mean, like, there's enjoyment level and then there's quality of film. What would you rate each of those?
The film itself is like I'd say the film, if you want to be like all numbers and boring and stuff, give it like a 4 out of 10. But enjoyment level, it's good trash. It's nice, well-warmed trash. Jump on in, Jamie. The garbage is just fine.
Yeah, no, I'd say it's like a good film to watch with friends when you're drunk.
Yeah,
like it's a good solid.
It's a good party film. We'll put that on in a year when it's out.
Yeah, definitely good party film.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the gist of it.
Yeah, that's the gist of it. I mean, like we didn't have a big event to talk about this time, so yeah, that's a solid.
Yes,
solid rounder. If you want to reach us, we now have that Twitter that I will plug forever. What's that pod?
You'll see and hear our handle at the beginning and end of all of them.
Yeah, I'm at James Says Words on Twitter.
And I don't have anything to plug.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
You're staying out of this trash hole. Thanks for listening, everybody.
We'll see you next time.